Right, but the latest Manchester United news time in this video, we'll be talking about Gary Neville dropping a hint on the new Manchester United manager. We've got some updates on lots of different things, really. We'll be talking about Martinez potentially going to Barcelona. We've got some other updates as well, which we'll go through about the squad for the game tomorrow. YORO potential injury and Burmo spotted with the squad, and much more. But the first thing I want to start off by talking about is the huge hint around the manager from Gary Neville. This is what he said. He said, I asked the club and they've said that they've actually begun the process now of looking for another manager. They've started the process of speaking and looking at other managers, building all sorts of data and analysing who should be the next manager of the football club. United have said they're not going to be bound into making an appointment. They're going to wait until the end of the season. If Michael Carrick then at that point makes himself available for the job, then he would go into a process versus the likes of Tuchel and the others that are going to be available for the job in the summer. So yeah, that's what Gary Neville has said. Now, apparently Manchester United were not going to rush into any decision over the future of any manager anyway. So yeah, I don't think there'll be any rush into who Manchester United bring in. But I think that is certainly interesting. I think we've kind of known that anyway. But again, it does give kind of a real insight of who Manchester United really want. And again, they've looked at managers, they'll be looking at managers. But I think Michael Carrick does have a real big say in what's going to be happening if he continues up this form. I mean, there's no doubt if he continues to win every game and he keeps up this form in which he's got the team playing in, he's going to be given that job. And if he gets the team into the Champions League positions and he gets them fighting and the performances that we're putting in, there's no doubt to see whether he will be the manager going forward. And I think he is the guy that, again, as I said, if he gets United into the top four and the way in which we've been playing football, he will obviously deserve to get that job full time, and I don't think a lot of people will disagree with that. Again, then it does come the downside. I mean, there's lots of positives and negatives of either decision. If you keep Carrick, and then on the permanent sort of basis, he starts off looking a bit shaky, there'll be huge pressure on him. Because if you don't keep Carrick and we bring in a new manager, whether that be, for example, Thomas Tuchel, and he don't hit the ground running straight away, there'll be pressure on him saying, why did United not keep Carrick? Why have they done this? Why have they done that? So I don't think it's a difficult situation for anyone to be in. But again, as I said, if Carrick continues up this form and the performances that he's been putting in, there's no reason why I don't think he should be staying at Manchester United past his current deal. But again, the focus is on United from now until the end of the season with Carrick. The process will be going on now to decide who the managers want to be in. There obviously will be interviews going on, but ultimately that decision will be made at the end of the summer. Or the end of the season, definitely. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, I've seen a story. Again, I don't know the credibility of it. Apparently, it's coming in from Court Offside, but about Martinez to Barcelona. So, Barcelona believe Lisandro Martinez would be open to a move on the company this summer. The Catalans feel Manchester United would be willing to sell the defender nearing the final Euros deal, despite a 12-month contract extension. The Argentine's time in Manchester has been blighted by a couple of serious injuries, which made me think United think twice about handing him a new deal. I mean, that is certainly interesting. To kind of talk about. I mean, Martinez, for me, he's only just got back. Well, not for me, but he has got back from just a serious injury. And I think the games, all the way from that Palace game till now, I mean, he made the most passes in the last game against Spurs. I think Martinez is a decent player. Obviously, there is concerns about his injury record, but there's no doubt in that he is a talented and he is a top-class player. And he is a top-level defender, in my opinion. Listen, his injury problems haven't been great. He had a metatarsal fracture, he's had a foot injury, he's had a knee injury, a calf strain, a back problems, and obviously the cruciate ligament injury that kept him out for a longer period of time, just under a year. So, listen, there's no doubt he has had his injury problems at United. He's missed quite over 50 games for United due to injury in the time that he's been here. But for me, I think he's a talented player and someone that I would keep at the club. I think there's not many players like him. On the ball, he's fantastic. His line-breaking passes are elite. He's a warrior, a fantastic player. And I think he's someone who the likes of a YORO and Heaven can definitely learn from. And I think the quality that he has is very, very underrated. And we know the quality that Martinez has. Big game player. Steps up and again has faced a lot of criticism, but he suddenly wants to be at the football club, gets more importantly what it's like to play for this club, and I don't think in my opinion there'd be any reasons why Manchester United should sell him. But let me know your thoughts on that. That was just an interesting story that I saw going around on social media, so I thought I'll talk about it. Now the squad has been revealed for the game tomorrow, obviously against West Ham. Quite a quick turnaround from United Saturday game to a Tuesday game. Obviously we do have 10 days off. Now I'll go through the squad. So this is the squad. Lamons, Bayindir, Heaton as the keepers. No really surprise there. Dallo, Masraoui, Heaven, Martinez, Maguire, Shaw, Malacia. Casemiro, Ugarte, Manu, Dyla Fletcher, Bruno Fernandes, Mateus Cunha, Ahmad, Xerxes, and Burmo Sesko. So, listen, obvious players missing from there. Lone Lenny Yoro in the squad. Obviously, Shea Lacey is still out with a bit of an injury, but the main positive is Brian and Burmo makes that squad. He was seen limping after the win against Spurs. Obviously, Carrick did his presser straight after the game, so there has been no update on whether Mbeumo is ready to go. But I think he will be ready for this game, and I think you need his quality. And if he's fit, you start him. Obviously, if he's not and there's a risk, I'll definitely consider putting him to the bench for this game. You don't want to be taking risks with these sort of injuries. And Sesko is a capable enough player to come in and fill the void for Mbeumo for maybe 1 or 2 games or whatever. But listen, he's with the squad, so I'm assuming there's no injury concerns there. Obviously, no Lenny Yoro with the squad, which is something that, I don't know, could it be a mistake? In the videos, I don't think he's been spotted. Again, it could be a potential injury. We know no Mount, no De Ligt. They're 2 players that are going to be out from injury. So, listen, we will have to wait and see what happens there. But that game tomorrow against West Ham is a big game. We'll obviously have you covered for all of the news that comes out, and post-match and pre-match thoughts as well. Brian Mbeumo has been spotted, so yeah, I mean that is a positive in itself. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. It's a big game for United tomorrow against West Ham. It's an opportunity to get that guy a haircut, to get 5 wins in a row, and ultimately get some confidence flowing into the veins of this team, which we already have, but ultimately increase that momentum. And we needed 3 points, and City got a win against Liverpool, so that pushes the gap there. So it's all about getting the points and just see where that leads us. Who knows? Top 4, top 3, potentially second. We'll have to wait and see what happens at the end of the season, but United have to do their job. And West Ham are actually a decent team and have a very good record against United. But again, the previews are on the channel, so check that out. This has been your news. I did a video reacting to the Tonali stuff as well earlier today. So yeah, don't forget to leave a like, drop a like. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on all the latest United news. Would you sell Martinez to Barcelona? I mean, give me 100 million, I'll take it, and give me potentially Lamine Yamal in return as well. But yeah, that has been your latest news. On the new manager, who do I think is going to be? I still think, if I had to, listen, I have no inside news, but if I had to predict the ratio or the percentage of managers, I would say it's probably 30% Carrick. And I think the other managers to come in is most likely to be Thomas Tuchel. But as I said, let me know your thoughts in the comment, and I'll see you on the next one.